Hello and welcome. Right, I thought before we did anything, I was looking at this. Yeah, I always manage to do that. When you press a button, it does the tagging thing. We need to go through this as to the value. Right, we are getting everything in Farm Simulator boils down to mathematics. Now, if you don't like mathematics, the simple way is are you making money from your crops? But if you're a little bit of a, if you want not to do something and like you're thinking, you've got doubts, all you have to do is go through the recipe and work out how much one of everything is. Now, this is literally taking two, three and a half. Right, tomatoes are only worth, bearing in mind this is half of the value that you see, but we're going to round it up to 600 so it's easier. So tomatoes are worth 300 for what the recipe wants. Lettuce is pretty much the same. Strawberries are not in this at all, but for some reason I got it in my head that they were. So ignore that. Right, so that's 300 and 300. So back to this. That's 300. That's 300. 300. Now milk. How much does milk worth? Yeah, I go wrong on this one a bit. So it's right at the top. You know, sometimes I seriously, it's at the top. Right, milk. How much? 1,342. So if we'd said half, we'll go to 600 rather than, yeah, a little bit simpler. So back to the recipe. 300, 300, 6, 1.2, 1,200. Now then, two flowers. How much is two flowers? Actually, two flower. So, so then, 1,200 you could say, max price. We'll go max price for all of them so it's all equal. So ours is actually 2,400. So then, let's add that all up. 3, 6, 12, 3,600 for the entire recipe. And we get 5,000, which means we make 1,400 for the best possible price for this. The one thing you have got to notice on this is the cycles are only 2,160, which means you're only going to do 2 tons. Same on the bread. Bread, it would be probably a good idea if we did both. But to begin with, I actually just go with bread because I got it in my head to begin with that the bread with cheese and salad wasn't a good production, but it actually is. And I didn't want to mislead you, so this is my second attempt to actually fix this so that it is all right. So yeah, profit 800 on bread. Yeah, and obviously you're losing a lot more flour though. But it is what it is. Said we're going to do. We've got that cornfield. I am not backing out. And to be honest, that's not a bad little learner on itself. So I just wanted to do that before we actually start. Now, our animals, we're exactly as we were. So we bought that field, and it's not ready yet, which means we have an opportunity to actually, first of all, we need to scan it, don't we? So we're going to, with no further ado, let's get cracking. Now then, that can't have narrows. I can't remember if that can. Because we're a bit scuppered if we, none of these can have narrows. Which is a bit of a shame. I'm sure this can't have narrows, but I'm sure I said that last time and I'm wrong. Which I'm hoping I am. So let's scoot over to the shop. I'm also wondering about, obviously I had grand plans. If I was on a full Let's Play, I don't mind spending an episode on chopping these trees down. But if I'm just doing a few episodes, I want to skirt over and sort of show, well, I know in a way I've just blasted the recipe to pieces, but you've got to, At first glance, almost all of these look really good, and it's only when you do have a go that you sort of think, I'm sure I'm losing money on this. I mean, I did that with a cereal factory. I remember I'd got given it on one Let's Play, and obviously you think, oh wow, fantastic. But then I'd sold honey on a Let's Play before, and I thought, hang on a minute, honey's worth a fortune. Uh, why am I sticking two honey in? And the byproduct that what I'm selling, the final product, is only worth a little bit more than the honey. I'm thinking, hang on, this is a red herring. And then when I looked, I thought oats are worth quite a lot as well. So what's this about? And when I worked out all of the inputs, I thought, oh my life, you're lucky if you're breaking even. And I don't class that as a good business. Whereas by comparison, sugar and oil, they're both good businesses. Both one of the best that Giants have done, in my personal opinion. Soup, again, terrible. The other one is equally awful. It is. I just, yeah, if businessmen relied on that kind of thing, so you'll never. Oh, I didn't realise I started this engine. Oh, I think we need some fuel again as well. Yes, and yes, and let's see. I don't think you can have narrows. I might be wrong though. Not always in Trelleborg though. Definitely not knock-ins. I'm sure this has not got narrows. It's weird. There was another John Deere, a few bits like on another thing where I said exactly the same thing and I was totally wrong. But I'm sure I've had this one a few times and I'm sure it's just not got. Yeah, it's got rear narrow twin wheels, but it's not got. Well, again. The other thing is actually mods can be changed from when you first look. So you might be right that it didn't have narrows, but then you might be wrong in time. However, it's looking fairly like I am actually right this time. I apologise for dragging you all through this, but then again, yeah, this is a tractor. I mean, I like this tractor a lot. Yeah, we will. I was right. So we are. I mean, I know we can use the trick of the workers, but I'm just wondering, do we? No, the big vent hasn't. But sorry, I know it's not a vent actually, but it is the big vent too. But yes, the big Challenger, it can't have. Actually, I did have one that did have. We haven't got a. Yeah, we've not got half a session to waste. I've got more important things to do. The only thing I can think is we could always do without it. We can. We could just take it as a crop that it is. But the other thing, as I say, it's the time element, really. So we're going to go through straight till the morning. We looked at the animals last session. They are absolutely fine because of how many we've got. Everything is good about them. And although that's bad, there's only 9 of them. So that's absolutely months worth of food. So yes, we're just going to... It is what it is. Should get a bit of a cash bash, but not be a huge one, but it should be quite good. Yeah, you've sort of got to weigh everything up, and that's isn't c'est la vie, really, is it not? Sometimes the gain is not commensurate with the time element that you've got to do that. So yeah, but wow, it's a little bit better than I thought, actually. Keep hoping for a trailer one of these days. Now, then, I would imagine. No, I think it's ready yet. No, but it will be next month. Right, animals. Let's not get carried away. Yeah, we're all right. The milk's going up nicely. Slurry's going up. That's still on orange, and it's 13,000 litres. So we will feed them in the morning before we get cracking. But yeah. Oh, and of course, I've still got the Lort. It's not making that much of a difference. What I mean is, it's 30,000, but it's a good little thing. But it's not. It is a good like having a good business. I've got to be honest. I've had a Let's Play on Elm Creek where I'm lucky if I'm earning 10 to 14,000. Oh my life! Wow, we had Oh, of course. I was keep. Oh, well, isn't that timely? Yes, we will indeed have that very one. And I would say we're gonna have to. Yeah, we're gonna have to bite the bullet, aren't we? We're gonna have to go for a trailer. I think I'm gonna go for the auger, but I love by Mark IV. I know it's a bit boring. I often go for this, but it's such a beautiful bit of kit. Really, I mean, there is also that, but I need the handler for it. And it looks. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to get over that. But it's still only 35 tonner. Well, unless you go madly crazy. Gonna go main colour silver. I do like it, and I do like the rim to be beautiful red. It looks really nice. Ooh. Yeah, the blue it bounces off the lizard name. So yeah, fantastic. Right, we do need to grab said because I think no, we need to get that. We know that's not going down very much at all. 153 eggs. So before we do anything, well, we need to go grab that. Now then, that is a point. I think we need a second. Now this time we're going to ask the shop to deliver here. Yeah, we are. I think we're going to go. I don't want. Yeah, I normally go for the swivel axle. There's a beautiful one, but I'm not sure. Yeah, but I also don't want big. The one thing it did, the VQR platform, it's too big for the farm. We really need something like the TPS. It's much, much more better for the farm. It just wasn't made for that. Said the same on. Sorry, I'm just looking. They're all swivel axles. I love them, but yeah, they don't. That's a decent one. I think this has tip side as well. I think the Titan 20 for 20. I'm trying to think actually. That's no the TARDIS is actually better value, isn't it, for the 30 tonner, which is usually my go-to. But I try. Oh, actually, no, it's that one. 23 for 23. 27 for 23, so that's a little better value. It's also not a swivel axle, and it's not too tall. It is if you go like that. That's very, very tall at that point. So we're going to go that. Fantastic. And then we are going to go reset. We're going to grab that, feed them with some TMR. I would say straw is probably out by now. So we're down to 203,000. But we are going to crack on with the plans that we had. Right, and so now, strangely enough, I was talking about corners, and I was saying the one bit of wasted space you've got in almost every farmyard is the corners. Now, if there's a door in the way, now we're not going to obscure the light, those winners totally, if we put the H2 Studios down there. Or we could go the Omatana, because it's a bit sleeker. This is the cheaper one. And it's very small. I like that, but we're going to have it coming out a little. So also nozzle is in a sort of it's more. Oh, wow, I found a bit of a predicament play. Sounds I can reverse though. It's not swivel axle. So then we have. I would say. I think it can. No, it can't. I'd say 20 tons. It really isn't. It's not the biggest. And then we shall see how much TMR is on the map. 20 odd tons. Oh, I thought it was a bit better than that. It's a little slower than the X2 Studios. That's its only difference. But sometimes speed isn't everything. Yeah, there are some times when you want it to be a little slower. That isn't right now. I mean, this wouldn't affect us at all. But there's not a lot in it. And as I said, the other thing is it's got a much longer nozzle. That suits you. If you're going in a corner, the X2 Studios one can not. Oh, we have still got some straw. Huh. Well, how come that? Oh, we might need to lift it up and nudge it. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Because it didn't start taking until it was actually on the floor, and now this time it's actually still there, but it's not. Perhaps it's not quite in the catchment area. Right, so food is as close to full as possible. Oh, my bad. Oh, trying to think where I am in relation to the farm, just so I'm not going to hit anything. Right. So straw. Let's just grab grab the little. Let's put some lights on. Just remind that straw bale that it should either be going in or just stick those on. It's in the right place. Yeah, it's not a lot. Huh. Strange. We know before though it did have to be on the mark, so let's just forget about it. It's got plenty of straw, and that's all we need to know. Right. So then we want to go. Let's go grab the John Deere. Grab the Biggie. And we need to repair the, yeah, that should be spot on. And it is indeed ready to harvest. Yes, it is. Growth is ready to harvest. Right, so then let's pop down, grab the John Deere. And we'll have to put that on the back, on the front even. No point in scanning the field because we've not done anything to actually make it any better. But we will grab that lovely header. Now this has got the power to use it. I just can't remember how powerful it is, the Colossus that we've got at present. Yes, it's getting exceptionally close now. It's very, very close to October, so less than a month. I knew it was going to like come so quickly to FS25. I'm sort of looking forward to it, but then in another way, sort of not as well. Yeah. I wonder what we're all our fuel. That's down at the. Yeah, it is. We ought to buy one for down here for all of the times that we come down, and it's worth buying one and just keeping it here. I think, especially for the John Deere. If the John Deere, it really does use fuel quite badly. Right, we could sort of not cheat. We could use a brain and grab this. Then we'll grab that Colossus and we'll go into a time lapse to get the field done. Now we need to push it from the top. That's it. We could stick that just on the grass. Yeah. Yes. Works on the same principle as weevils. That when I was a kid, weevils wobbles, but they don't fall down. It's yeah. Right, smashing, and we want to open that. So it's in the sort of semi-ready state. Let's get that Colossus and see if by default its engine power is enough to actually cope with what we've got. Let's have a look. I'm sure it's really powerful. I'm sure we looked at this and it was mega, mega powerful. Let's have a look, shall we? Colossus Harvester. It is 900 horsepower. It's more powerful than almost any in the game. A standard harvester. To use a 12-meter header, you really only need about 300 and something horsepower. Say 350 would be nice. Up a hill, probably 400. Told you. So no, that's not pipe. It won't take us long. Now this might cost us rather a lot, but we don't need to upgrade the engine or anything. But I want to do the hopper. Right, so we're going to go for the Oh, no, we're not going unrealistic. I just want the large. That's it. 19. It's only 4 more. Oh, got that for free. Engine scored. TerraTrack it was already. Beacon orange. Brands, yes. Frame. I think we'll keep it as it is. I actually quite like it. For the grand old 0. Fantastic. Let's get following. Well, no, we want to do that the other way around. Oh my life, it's still even folded. It's a bit of a monster, isn't it? She'll have to go on the edge of the road most of the way. Yes, we shall yield to traffic and be good. Right, I'm going to go straight into a time lapse because there's a lot of work to do. So I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, there we are, done. I always question myself as to whether that is worth it. Oh, not my bad. Smashing. Excellent job. Good teamwork. Yeah, I apologise for not showing a little bit more of that, but I thought we've got stuff to do. We've got like, I'm going to leave the other one over there for doing the water runs, but we do need to have one of the tractors back over there. But I wanted to bring the team across, and that's what I was saying really. 33,500 litres. We'll stick that in the windmill, and we'll get the corn making into flour, and we will make bread. That is very profitable, far more profitable than the far more. Just, I think sometimes, I don't know. I honestly don't know whether it's that people don't work through the maths on it, but I just don't know. Because why? I mean, it's not. I mean, Calle's very good at what he does, so I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, the Giants are very good at what they do, but it was still a terrible. The Syrup Factory is one of the worst. Yeah, it is. It's awful. Made by the masters of the game, and it is terrible. So, and I've seen other mods that I thought I loved the idea of them. There was a tree mod, and the modder hadn't worked out how much of the product we were chucking thousands and thousands of euros into the project and getting hundreds back, and I'm like, huh? What's that about? And I mean, I sort of thought it was that started to make me think you really need to start looking at your productions to choose, as I keep talking about, good partners. Something like the Farmer Jeb. If you find a good production with a good recipe, don't just wander around. Oh, wow, it always has been very quick at doing that. So I'm not sure if we did the corn already. Let's set it on camera. So then we want to do. Yeah, we need to. Oh, yeah, the water. That should be going across, shouldn't it? Is it not doing its usual? Yeah, we've not got much there though. We don't need to take the other one back. That one's really good. You can see though, we only did one single 20-ton, and then we told that to fill and empty. It did about 110 tons from one command to fill and empty, because it's emptying very slowly, because its fill rate is almost as much as its empty rate. So it really is brilliant for like filling that up quite quickly. But we do need someone over there to actually do it. So right, so the silage is going to keep on trundling along nicely, which is going to mean our fertilizer business is going to do very well. So we need to go to our mill and switch the corn flour on. What's its cycles like? 72 tons per month. So I don't think it's going to, by morning, it's all going to be gone. The flour, it does sugar as well. Didn't see that. 2 for 1. Standard. 5 for 3. That's slightly better. I think it is. Yeah, it's a standard recipe. I prefer the Farmer Jebs. The waste product goes into pig food, which is a good little learner as well. So we're going to like distribute that. But it means we need to switch our bread making on 2 for 1. So the fact we're gaining from the flour, the corn makes more and at the gains. It means that although you lose 2 for 1, there are better mills as well that do the same thing. The Omatana one also does pig food from the waste, so because it would be edible. So to keep that ticking over nicely, let's take. Yeah, we'll take the baler. We didn't get many bales. I didn't expect to. I could see how skimpy the straw was. To be honest, I figured this out. For those who don't know, if you use. Oh, okay. Oh, it's only got 2 lights. That's right. If you use the corn header, it really does. It might be the stalk buster. I never thought of that. I've got that mod on, although I can't remember what it actually does. Yeah, if you use the proper sunflower header, that's the only time you produce that super duper straw from that. Obviously, you can't do that for corn, but what I'm saying is, corn does tend to be really quite bad anyway. But like sunflower, I figured it out using the corn header, which of course you can do for sunflowers. It produces the same amount of I didn't want to say flour, the same amount of straw as we saw there, which is a spindle amount. But if you use the proper sunflower header, which is well worth it if you've got the additional straw mod on, then obviously you produce those giant windrows that I absolutely love. And then you can, whatever mods you've got to make straw into something else. Desperate just got one, which I'd like to use. It needs wood chips, but not on this Let's Play. No, this is all about showing Kalle's map. Yeah, it's trying to bring out. It's a shame we can't. I mean, we could sort of do that for the bread, but it's just not as good. Why would you go into a business that is not so good? And the answer to that is you wouldn't, would you? I mean, I've never wanted to touch the cereal factory because it's such a terrible recipe. Not since that very first time when I started to. Sometimes you do doubt your own sanity. You think, no, giants can't have done that. But when you start to do the maths don't lie. It really is that bad. I know we could cut the grass, but then it ruins it for next year. So I'd sooner have this ready for us to chop next year than I would to do it this year. Yeah. Or, no, I think we'll still be here like at the beat. Maybe we might get through another harvest, but it's usually 6 or 7, but it does vary. The other thing is it all depends on sort of like how well you do in the Let's Play, how smoothly things run and how quickly, which is why I was thinking about, do we just go for the corn as is? I mean, we're going to have to, we are going to have to, we could plough that in advance. Well, that's the other thing we've got to take. I thought we did take the plough. We didn't. It's somewhere on this field here. It's the HX20. There we go. It's there. Yeah, we'll do that for another session. We'll set that going over winter, though. That is definitely true. We stuck that. That's the most important things are done. Let's just check our animals. That's looking good. The story's building up. Really, we could do some more animals. So I think the one thing we're going to do straight away is increase the size of our herd. Otherwise, are we really worried about that for this Let's Play? No, we don't particularly need the milk, do we? No, again, it's all about showing Kalle's map. That's all that matters. Yeah, it is. And obviously we've got to try and make enough cash that happens as well. Right, smashing. So, I do believe all jobs are done. Animals are happy. Not used our silo yet. I'm not sure. I think it's hard to say. Oh, it's got TMR in it, so it's got to be multi-fruit, really. Wow. True. I thought about that. Yeah, so the VQR again, as beautiful as it is, it's too monstrous. It's okay for baling, but it's not okay really for around this small to medium farmyard. Yeah, I'm not gonna say. Ooh, we did all that before 9 o'clock. Oh, we're gonna have to do that running around trick. Ah, 49 now. Sorry, 10. No, I'm already at 9. Do you know? Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of differences between this and the White Farm. If you'd not done the White Farm, you would never know this was the same map. Did notice on the way from the shop, there's ditches with water in and pipes. That was not on the American map on the White Farm, so it is different. Let's just check. Oh, we've got it covered. We have. It's a shame because it's a fantastic windrower. Is it a baler wrapper? No, it's just a baler. Those smaller bales though. And they're only 125 centimeters. So that alone is a no-no. It is, yeah, definitely. I don't want small bales. Right, so let's go through till November morning. Still wondering about the, yeah, the, I mean, the slurry and the manures soon. Now I think that was the other reason I was going to buy increase the herd. Yeah, you can see the income's now slowing. Oh, seriously. I would imagine, if I'm honest, let's have a look. Let's just see, was my mathematics correct about the flour? It was. Well, we can't answer that from that particular thing, can we? Uh, yeah, we can. It's now doing that little, where it does one at a time jobby. In a couple of minutes, it's going to be completely gone. So I was right. Smashing. How much have we got left in there? Should be a steady trundle because obviously the BGA is not terribly fantastic at doing that. These is going to be very, very small. It's not super duper, which it's not supposed to be. We're only doing it with water. But the strawberries and that would be all right for that if we were going to do that. So it's a shame, but it is a little bit like everything. If you've equipped your farm to do these 0.5s, you could say, well, I've got the greenhouse, and you could say, well, therefore those are covered. And then the cost is just that and that. So it depends on how you look at it. But from a mathematical point of view, what I said still stands. It is definitely true. So I'd sooner stick to the better profits on that. Let's have a look. I'd say the animals are only going to need to be done every couple of days, yeah, because of how small the herd is. And that likewise, we haven't touched that in days because there's only 25 of them. They are going up nicely though. Yeah, it doesn't take chickens long to fill it. So that's going to start to go down soon. We are going to go. I'm just going to see if we can get through the winter. We are going to need to prep that field though. I think we'll stop when we sell the bread. That way, next session I can get the plough down and we can start to plough that field so that it's not all done. Also bring the field scanner. Did we lease a field scanner? I think we leased one, so we need to lease it too. Right. Oh, another tractor would be very useful. Really would. That's a good baler. That does the 180s. For a round baler, that's not bad at all. I didn't realise how good that was. But we've got a square one, so I'm happy. But that, I think we can afford it as well. It's a good, decent. I don't think this can have some. It is typical, isn't it? We really want someone with the narrow tyres. I don't think this can have narrows either. Oh, we can. Oh, well, there you go. That for that alone, it's definitely worth doing the lighting ramp. Okay, but you can. Well, I like that one actually. That one's quite nifty. Covering. No, we'll because otherwise it gets grid warning, front loader attacher. Do we need this down the yard, and then we can stick the? We don't know if we're going to get a loader or anything, so we'll say no for now. But it is useful, so we're going to buy that. Yes, fantastic. Still got 200 odd grand left. If we're going to sort of make the most of this, we probably will buy another field as well. Not trying to go monstrous or anything silly. I know we could do. The other thing is, it now is the best time to. Well, in December, let's check the price of bread. That's the other thing I'd like to do. It is. Oh, see, it's 3,000. Hang on a minute. I'm sure we looked and bread wasn't. No, it's flour. Yes. Actually, that's worth far more than I was saying. Yeah, bread is far better than that other one. Even though on paper the other's 5,000, the inputs are worth more by themselves. Whereas the bread, it's not. So therefore the profit is more. It is a funny one. What is it at present? Best prices. Smashing. All right, let's sell our bread. We shall do it through the power of. Is that all? Oh, is that all we've done? Oh, it's really rubbish. Oh, oh well. Okay. Should have checked. Should have done your maths. That is very poor. Oh, that's awful. Well, that's going to make us rich, isn't it? It really is. That's a crack of that. Well, we're hardly going to see it go blip on the hour. Oh my life. Yeah. Okay. Well, it is worth a fortune, but unfortunately, right. So now we need to change that to storing again. If we were staying a full year, we might actually see the impact. That's terrible. It is. Is that how much flour have we actually got ready to rock and roll? Oh, I'm really disappointed with that. Oh, I should have looked. Yeah, I got 28 tons. It's going to take all year to do that. Right, okay. I've got to pay better attention. I have. The trouble is, you're wanting to use the map and you're trying to bring the map out, and then obviously, yeah, it is true. You sort of are trying to, but then sometimes you get hit in the backside because why is that? Oh, yeah, I think it's. I don't think this header suits it very well. It drags into the. No, it's not. It's not dragging, but it really does slow it down. It's super duper fast. I would imagine they're quite heavy though. Yeah, I thought we'd keep the straw bales because there's so few of them. We'll keep them for the straw for the animals. Ooh, I'm not sure we're going to get through the. Might have to. Yeah, there's no way that's going to pass that sign. So I think we may. Yeah, that's going to be a bit of a pain, isn't it? It means that we're going to have to go around the farm or keep our fields on this side. Let's grab the. Yeah, so I think we'll probably leave it there. I am very disappointed in that, but it is what it is. It is weird sometimes. Yeah, it is part of my character. I know. I always think that telling the truth is a really important thing, and sometimes it gets you into trouble because you see things and you're not trying to say bad things, but like you think, why does no one else see that that's not good? It's I don't know. So I don't like. I mean, I love Callis maps. Obviously, we've just seen you don't really need to be a rocket scientist to work out that it's going to take us all year to mill that one field's worth of corn flour. It's a little bit, yeah, disappointing. It's a very, very small bakery. But then again, I suppose on a farm it might be. It's for me to. I mean, again, I don't know how much that would be something worth doing. How much would it be to increase, upgrade that mill? And this is, I'm gonna say this before. I've never done this on this windmill, so I don't know if it's the windmill based upon the laws. Its value is 30,000, which means it would cost you 30,000 to upgrade it. No, but it's the windmill. That's the windmill. So no, that is true. I have no idea because this is one of Calais. The mill bread. Now that's a completely different. I have no idea how much this would be to upgrade. Ooh, not a lot. Had we have known that, so it is a small. We've just got to upgrade the equipment inside the little thing and make the ovens twice as big and that type of stuff. So yeah, it was my own fault for not looking. Yeah, we will, and we'll do it again. Not does it really matter now? How much do we do now? 4,644. I think we'll do one more. We're not trying to go silly with it. It's going to do 7 tons a day. That I think that's more than adequate. And that's from if we had multiple products, which it wouldn't be a bad idea. That would be in a year. 96 tons, is that something like that? 770 and two sevens 14, 70, 84. My bad. Yeah, 84 thousand liters of bread per year that we could do in a single year from whatever products we do, which is a lot of products to produce that amount of flour. But it's a very good business, as we saw, even as it was. It's, yeah, we should have done a little bit better, but it is what it is. We're also going to drag this slurry and we're going to take that. I think we're just going to use the BGA because it's a slow burn. I could also do the slurry to make more fertilizer, but I'm trying to show the map off. So although in a way we could do that, we've got to lug it all the way over there, whereas we've got to lug it just right next door to the thing. So time is also important. So yeah, we're going to leave it there. It's December. We're £190,000, Mr. Smith. Pounds. Why do I always see at the end of the Let's Play? Right, we are indeed on €190,489. We own the farm and a big field next to the farm. Do we have a quick look before we go? Because the other thing is we need to lease or buy a planter or something like that. What is growing around us and how much are they? Now, field 2, we've just seen that there's a gate that we can't get to. So although it's a terrible field anyway. So's that. So's that. That's not much better. That's terrible. 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 That's getting further away though. Ooh. 169,000. It's been harvested. We shall see. We might sort of make an offer on a farmer when they've actually put the crop in the ground. But then the only thing is, it could be something you don't want then. So it's one of those catch-22 situations. But anyway, these are all dilemmas for the sessions. Yeah, all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you'll stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.